we go. Good morning, everyone. Thank you all for being here. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name's Elaine Howell. I'm the California State Auditor. Very excited to be here for a very historic event in California history. To my right is Sharon Riley. Sharon's my chief counsel. She's going to assist me in the process today of selecting the first 8 members of the Citizens Redistricting Commission. But before we get started in that process, I just wanted to reflect a little bit on the journey that the State Auditor's Office and many of you in the audience have been on over the last 2 years. I mean, Proposition 11, as you all know, passed in November of 2008, and certainly was a huge responsibility given to my office. Not something I ever expected to be responsible for as the State Auditor of California, but certainly am flattered by the voters of California in trusting us with this responsibility. And as we have done over the last 2 years, I think we've done an outstanding job with the assistance of many, many people, many organizations. And I wanted to go through and thank several of those organizations and people. And certainly if I miss someone, it's not because you weren't instrumental in getting us to this day, but it's my mistake if I don't mention someone specifically. But I wanted to first and foremost thank my staff, the California State Auditor's staff. We took this responsibility head on, did a lot of work as far as regulations, outreach, all kinds of things. We took it very, very seriously because this is exactly what the voters wanted and expect of their government. So hopefully we demonstrated to the citizens and the voters of California that government can work in California. Nonprofit organizations, what we had to do is get the word out to all the voters in California about the opportunity to serve on the Citizens Redistricting Commission. And we needed help. We truly had to do a grassroots campaign on this. We had never done any kind of campaign work, and this really was a campaign to try to get the word out. Ogilvy, Worldwide Publications, and the assistance that they gave us is just incredible. They worked with us from day one and really helped us understand what it took in reaching out and doing speech engagements and working with the media and all sorts of things. So I can't thank them enough. Bloggers. Got my first exposure to what bloggers do and how important that is and how much of a difference that can make. Really brought me out of the dinosaur ages that I'm in. Community leaders, again, elected officials at the state level and at the local level in helping us get the word out to their constituents. Letting people know this is really, really important to California and our future. And you've got to participate, whether you apply to be a member of the commission or whether you participate in the process by providing public comment about people who applied. Positive and negative comment. And I hope people continue to participate after this commission is fully formed and provide input to the commission about how they believe the district lines should be drawn. Because that's what this is all about. It's about the people of California having the opportunity to draw the lines for their districts. Libraries, universities, and colleges assisted us, again, getting the word out, providing opportunity for people to use facilities in the libraries and the universities to apply. People had to apply online. We wanted to make sure there was full access to folks, so they stepped up huge. State agencies, local governments, putting information on their websites, getting the word out. That was so critical for the success of this operation. County registrars. They assisted us in some of the application process in confirming that people were actually registered to vote, had voted in certain elections, had met the criteria that was laid out in Prop 11. And finally, the applicants themselves. Nobody thought, I think it was very surprising to a lot of people, that 30,000 people in California initially applied to draw district lines, something that most of us are not real familiar with and really, quite frankly, don't pay that much attention to because it happens every 10 years. But 30,000 people stepped up initially. And then after that supplemental application, we still had 4,500, almost 5,000 people interested in serving on this commission. Remarkable, in my opinion. And I really appreciate those people being willing to step forward and those people who continued through the process. The 120 individuals who went through that screening that our applicant review panel, members of my office and my legal counsel, conducted those interviews and really asked those people. And we saw the passion that all of those people shared as to the importance of this, the seriousness of it, and the fact that they really wanted to step up and make a difference. And then we got it down to 60, and today we're here with 36 names remaining in the 3 subpools, and we'll identify those first 8 commissioners today by selecting 3 Democrats, 3 Republicans, and 2 from the other pool, which are individuals not affiliated with those 2 major parties. So I wanted to just start out with that and thank everyone. Again, thank all of you for being here. I want to talk a little bit about the process. As you can see, we have a bingo cage. We have 3 sets of bingo balls for each. We're going to have 3 separate drawings. So the first drawing will be for the Democrats. You can see the names. There are 12 individuals in this pool. In each pool, there are 12. There's 36 total. These are the 12 Democrats who remain in the pool. What we will do is, Sharon, we have a sealed box. First thing I want to do is invite the audience to come up if anyone wants to inspect the box, inspect the bingo cage. You're welcome to do that. I know some people have already come up and taken a look. Is there anyone that's interested in stepping up to inspect? Certainly. Good to see you. You're welcome. Bingo cage. So that's a sealed box. It has 75 bingo balls in it. This chart here helps us identify balls number 1 through 12. So what Sharon will do next is once we open the box, dump the balls out, she will separate bingo balls 1 through 12, put them on this chart, and then I will show them to the audience, put them in the cage, and then we'll go from there. So that's what all of this setup here is for.
Okay, so we don't get to see okay, so these are the numbers assigned to each.
Well, actually, on the screen is 1 through 12. These are the Democrats who remain in the pool. There should have been handouts on the table. Individuals 1 through 12, so their bingo ball number 1 would be assigned to Victoria Wyo Schupbach on down, so 1 through 12.
Okay.
So when I spin, I'll take the ball out and identify the number, and then certainly announce the individual who has been selected.
Okay.
I don't play bingo,
Okay.
so I'm wondering, the numbers are already affixed onto the balls?
That's
and
correct.
There's 75 total balls that all say 1 through 75?
That's correct.
But you're only using the pre-numbered ones 1 through 12?
That's correct.
Right.
And there's
That's
a box
correct.
for each drawing? Correct.
Right.
Okay.
This is Kim Alexander for the audience.
Hi.
Malachi.
I don't remember.
Sekou Amen, NAACP.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions?
I think I'm good.
Okay. Okay, so we'll proceed with the first drawing. As I said, Sharon will open the box of bingo balls. Do you have scissors? Yeah. Place them in there in the tub, and then we'll make sure we separate out 1 through 12, and I will announce each individual ball to the audience before I place them in the cage. I'm going to do it when I put them in. 6, 2, 2, and 6. Okay. There we go. Okay, we've identified all 12, so now I will show to the camera for those watching and announce to the audience each of the, so as you can see, number 1, put it in the cage. Number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6, 7, number 8, number 9, number 10, number 11, and finally, number 12. So again, this is the first selection of the first 3 commissioners from the Democratic pool, as you can see listed on the screen. So I'm going to spin the cage a little bit, mix it up a little bit, and we'll see who our first commissioner is. Number 12, Jean Raya is our first commissioner from the Democratic pool. Make sure I have them all. Okay. This is high tech, right? You know, the auditor, we're frugal. And our second commissioner is number 9, Elaine Kuo. Okay, so our last individual from the Democratic pool for our first 8. Is number 6, Cynthia Dye. So those are our first 3 commissioners from the Democratic pool. So now we'll clear the, Sharon will clear the cage. We'll remove all of these bingo balls, start with a brand new package to select the next 3 individuals from the Republican pool. Whoa. Let me get that one. Okay, on the screen, as you can see, and I'm sure you have in the handout, these are our 12 candidates remaining from the Republican sub-pool. And again, we will select 3 commissioners from this pool. Sharon has a new box of bingo balls, so it'll be a brand new set. And again, we'll have to go through the exercise of separating out 1 through 12. I will again announce all 12, and then we'll go forward with the selection. What? Okay. Three more. Number 4 and number 6.
Four, and here's 6.
Okay.
How do you know you can't see the ball that's dropping?
What do you mean? I don't look at it. I'm trying not to look at the cage because I don't want people to think I'm trying to select. Okay, so we've identified all 12. And again, I'll show all 12 to the camera. Excuse me, before I place them in the cage. Number 1. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. Number 5. Number 6. Number 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. And finally, number 12. Make sure that's not in there. Okay, so this again is the Republican pool. We'll be selecting 3 individuals. Did it fall out?
Yeah, it's okay.
Okay.
Easier.
Number 3, Jody Filkins Weber is our first commissioner from the Republican pool. Okay.
There you go.
The second individual is number 12, Peter Yao. And our final selection from the Republican pool
There you go.
Number 1, Vincent Baraba. So our three Republican, three more commissioners, again from the Republican pool. Sharon, again, will clear the cage and we'll move on to select the final two. And this would be from the pool that's individuals who are not affiliated with either the Democratic or Republican Party. They could be declined to state or registered with another party. Need 9, 10, and number 1. Thank you. Okay, we've separated out the 12. Again, on the screen you can see these individuals are in the other category, not affiliated with either the Democratic or Republican Party, can be declined to state or some other party. So again, I'll announce each of the balls. Number 1. Number 2. Number 3. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. Number 10. Excuse me. 11. And finally, number 12. This selection will be 2 individuals. So So we'll spin for the first.
There we go.
So the first individual, it's number 3, Stanley Forbes. And our last of the 8 selected today is number 4, Connie Galambos Malloy. So those are our 8. We'll have it on the screen. All 8 commissioners that have been selected today. So just a few words as far as, okay, what happens now? Now we have our first 8 commissioners. Their responsibility will now be, as you will be able to see in our regulations and in compliance with the Voters First Act, these 8 individuals will now be responsible for selecting the remaining 6 commissioners. And it's my understanding we're going to continue to assist them. Our responsibility for working with these commissioners to help them select and make their decisions in selecting the remaining 6. Once the full commission is established, it has to be established by December 31st of this year. There will be a transition to the Secretary of State's office. Deborah Bowen's office will be responsible for providing support to this 14-member commission until they can really get up and running fully. But my office will certainly be involved with these 8 commissioners, providing them some training, some other support and assistance as they convene and determine who those those 6 remaining commissioners will be. So with that, I thank you again for being here, available for questions. And again, a historic day. I'm honored to be here and to be a part of this. So thank you.